Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Ella. I film fun college lifestyle and beauty videos, and today I wanted to talk to you guys all about everything you need to know before your freshman year in college. I am going to be a junior, so these are all tips and tricks and just advice that I wish I knew, and I hope that I can help you guys out with. So if you guys want to know about all of those, make sure and watch today's video. If you guys want to see more of me, you can always subscribe down below. I upload every Monday and Friday, and don't forget to turn on the bell so you never miss when I upload. And if you guys like today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So for a little bit of background, I'm going to be a junior at Texas State University. Go Bobcats, love it there. So yeah, I've been around the block a little bit. I know some good tips for all y'all freshmen out there, or anyone who's just going to a university or a college for the first time, leaving home for the first time. Hopefully these tips can be super helpful. A lot of this is stuff that I've never seen on YouTube or just aren't highly talked about, so this video can be super helpful. I wrote everything down on my notes so I won't forget it, because y'all know that sometimes I ramble, so let's get into it. So my first tip would be to go to class. That is a very obvious one, I feel like, but so many people fail out of college their first semester because they don't go, and most professors have a pretty strict attendance policy. With Miss Rona going around, that could go either way. I don't know what the situation's gonna be with that, but go to class, especially if you have online classes just through Zoom. Like, please go, especially if you have done the math. I have done the math before, how expensive class is. It's probably, odds are, a couple hundred per every class that you miss, which is insane if you think about it. So go to class. It's the whole reason you're in college, and odds are by just going to class you can probably boost your grade by half a letter grade if you just have perfect attendance. So please go, and if you ever have to miss, like, make sure it's a worthy reason, like not just I'm tired or something. Like, make it worthy, like a doctor's appointment or something. So yeah. My next tip would be to get the app called Chegg. I wanted to make sure I said it right, but I'll post a picture of it on here. It's like an app slash website situation. It's super great, especially for all of y'all STEM majors. Both my roommates are STEM majors. They love it. It teaches you how to like work out the problems. It is a paid subscription, so I know not everyone can afford it. You could see maybe if you and your roommate could go halvesies or something, or maybe you find someone in your major who are like willing to split it. I don't know the rules on Chegg about that, so don't come for me, but if you can afford it, I highly recommend it because it teaches you how to work out all those problems. And for all those out there who sometimes just need a little extra help, get you GroupMe. The app GroupMe is amazing. I have it on my phone. It is right here, my communication. It is right there. I'll post a picture of it also on the screen somewhere. GroupMe is amazing. I highly recommend. Cannot get enough of GroupMe. I use GroupMe for everything. Let me show you guys how many messages I have on GroupMe. I have everything on there. I have sorority exec board. I have swim team. I have every one of my classes. Like, everybody makes GroupMe for everything. Make sure you look at your teacher's syllabus, because I've had a teacher or two that has made the class delete it because they're like, no GroupMe. But most teachers or professors are really chill with it because they know college is hard, and sometimes you need help, and it's great to be able to ask kids like what's going on. Just be careful on whatever you put in the chat, because that could be sent to a professor or a TA. Just don't be stupid, and don't just be like, give me the answers. But if you're asking for help or asking some simple questions like, hey, when's the test, blah blah, should be all good. My next tip would be to use the app Quizlet. I have Quizlet on here as well. I'm a stan for Quizlet. It's right there. I'll insert a picture because my camera won't focus on it. It's great. I'm the type of person, I like to write out all of my notes when I study and make physical flashcards, but once I started also uploading my flashcards to Quizlet, that was really helpful because it's better than having to pull out all these papers and flashcards, or even just a very expensive laptop when you're walking around. It's so much easier just look on your phone and do your little Quizlet. So I highly recommend, and that way when you're done with that class you can recycle the papers, recycle, not trash, and you can have all of the stuff on the Quizlet, and since it's on the internet, it'll probably be there forever, so it'll be great to be able to look back on, especially once you get into your major classes and like they all just kind of go together, so that'll be great to look at. My next tip is to rent your books, not to purchase them, especially textbooks. They are so expensive. I don't even know why, but they'd be upcharging for everything. So they are very expensive unless you have to buy it, like if it's a brand new issue, buy it. But I highly recommend renting them or buying them secondhand. I have sold and bought many textbooks on Facebook. Facebook is a great way to buy and sell your textbooks. There's many apps. I know you can rent them on Amazon. I've done that as well. So I highly recommend doing that. And if you can, I love the digital versions of books. I know there's nothing that beats a physical version of a book, but once you start carrying around so many things in your backpack, it's going to get heavy on campus. Or if you're in a dorm, you don't want a ton of books piled up on your desk, because in your dorm there's probably not a lot of space. Or even an apartment desk, like you guys can see mine isn't crazy big. So I highly recommend getting digital if you can, and that way you can always have it with you, whether you're at Starbucks studying or at a friend's, or you're just wanted to look at, like, read a chapter right before you go into class. It's a great way to just always have it on you. I get most of my books on Kindle. I have the Kindle app, and I just have most of my stuff on there, and I can also pull it up on my computer to read it really big. So I love that, and it allows you to highlight and make annotations on the app as well. That's why I really like Kindle. My next recommendation is they kind of go together. Don't eat a ton of junk food and schedule time to work out or do an activity, just because I did this. I was really bad about this. I just ate straight doo-doo crap, like going into college my freshman year, pretty much my whole freshman year living in the dorms. I just ate like pizza, ice cream, chicken nuggets. Like I just ate literally any like child food basically, and that's fine. I think it's fine to have it every once in a while, but once you start having that every day, 3 meals a day, one, it's not going to make you feel good. It's just not good for you. So highly recommend just eating some fruits and vegetables, eating some healthier food. Like I'm not saying you gotta go like full on like leaves only vegan vibes, but like if you can, the more power to you. But like you can have some junk food every once in a while, just don't do it every single day just because it's not the best for you. And I highly recommend setting a time like in your planner on when to work out or when to do something, and just be like, I am doing this at this time. It is written down. I cannot avoid it. I'm not going to lay in bed and play on my phone. Like even if you're at the library and if you need to just go to the rec and go back to library, do it. I think working out or just doing something, whether that's going on a run or going swimming or cycling or lifting weights, like whatever it is that makes you get active and feel good about yourself, take the time to do that. That is so important for your mental health, your physical health, and just endorphins make you happy. And college can be sometimes a very scary and depressing place, especially if it's your first time ever away from home. It can just be a little intimidating, so it is nice to have those endorphins to make you feel good. So cannot stress that enough. Highly recommend. And that also means you can buy some cute workout outfits, so yeah. But highly recommend finding some time to work out. And along with planning that, I highly recommend getting a planner. If you guys haven't watched my backpack video and my planning video, I'll link them up above, all about my planner and what's in my backpack. I'll link it up there. Highly recommend getting a planner. So yeah, my next tip would be to schedule your classes around times where like you need a break sometimes, like whether that's I'm gonna have all my classes in the morning or all my classes at night or just Monday, Wednesdays. Like schedule time so like you're not in class every single day all day, or you're not just trying to put them all at one time because you're gonna stress yourself out. So I highly recommend just giving yourself a little bit of breathing room, because I know like in high school I was doing clubs and swim and all these things, and I was like, I have time to do all this. But once you get to college, like the course load is so much more, it can just become very overwhelming. So give yourself some time for you, because that can be very scary and just kind of overwhelm you. So I highly recommend. Next would be to introduce yourself either through email or in office hours to your professors. They want to help you, they want to get to know you. All of my professors that I've like ever met with, except for like 2 that I was like, y'all nasty, but like other than that, amazing, love them. Like it has been like a great thing, especially when it comes to final season and you're like half a point away from an A or passing. Like we all been there. It comes in handy when you know the teacher. I'm not saying all professors will round, but the odds are they'll maybe be like, hey, let's take a second look at that essay, or what's some extra credit, or is there anything I can do? If they know you go to class, you're a good student, odds are they will probably be a lot more lenient and help you. So highly recommend going to class. And when it comes to post-college life, when you need recommendation letters or recommendations for grad school, medical school, things like that, they can help you with that if you've been a great student. And recommendation letters are something that don't come by very often, so if you can make those great connections, I highly recommend. That is amazing. My next tip would be to join clubs, and just whether that's intramurals, Greek life, or just any club. Like I know a very popular one is it's like for like saving the animals and the environment. I know that's a huge one on campus. There's also like SACA, which is like students like helping, like tutoring other students, I believe, something like that. And they are like always in the library, and highly just recommend joining something, or like getting a job on campus, like working at the rec, or working we have a place called Slack, which is like tutoring in the library. Like work somewhere where you can interact with other students, because in college, like you don't have classes like in high school. Odds are you probably have class with the same amount of people almost all day, and in college there's different amount of people in all your classes. Everyone comes from all over. It can be very intimidating to want to go and make friends, so that is just a great way to kind of put yourself in there and make friends, and not have to just be friends with the people in your dorm or just your roommate. So it's a great way to kind of branch out. So yeah, that's everything and all the tips that I have. Don't be stressed about your freshman year. You're gonna rock it, you're gonna kill it, and I would love to know what y'all's plans are for your freshman year of college. Definitely let me know down below, and I wish everyone the best of luck in fall 2020 school year. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you're having a great afternoon, morning, or night. Bye everyone.